Hi, I'm Donna Chambers. I heard about feral cat colonies here in the city of Kingston and I wanted to know more. There are more than 50 and I'm visiting one of them.
Well, I am on my way to feed the third of my 5 colonies that I feed daily. And put out the fresh food and water and check on the kitties to make sure that they're doing fine. Daisy! Hi, Daisy!
This is such a valuable service that you offer. Tell us a little bit more about how you got into this.
Well, my involvement began about 5 years ago, and I was bringing a friend to pick up her car, and she said, come in and see these kittens. So off I went to have a look at these babies that had been born about 5 weeks prior, and came across one little girl that had an eye issue, and I knew I couldn't leave her out here, she would not make it. And so subsequently I took her to the vet and determined that she was totally blind. And so after seeing, I guess, my posts on Facebook, SNCI, Spay Neuter Kingston Initiative, contacted me and asked if I'd like to get involved with the organization in order to try and control the over-pet population within the city of Kingston. And basically the rest is history. I personally look after about 4 or 5 colonies, and we do have an estimate, well, I think our last count was 50 colonies that are stabilized, and we were thrilled. This summer was the first year we have had no kittens born to our organized and cared for colonies. So since that, of course, we have taken on new colonies where there have been kittens born, and we do have some up for adoption. We have a foster adoption program as well.
That is wonderful. And so a whole year and no new litters. And how does that work? How do you, they're feral cats, aren't they?
They are too. Well, most are feral. Some are dumped by people that no longer want their kitties, and they find their way to the colonies. And so once we spot new kitties in the colonies, we set up traps, and we have prearranged vet appointments. We work with 2 local veterinary hospitals in Kingston. And so we trap them and we get them in to be spay neutered and vaccinated and defleed and dewormed. And if they are social at all, which we determine when they're at the vets, we will put them into our adoption program, and where they go to a foster care to be watched over for the first little while. But if they're still feral, then they are returned to the exact location where they are trapped, and they are continued to be fed and watered and cared for every day.
For the rest of their natural life, and
That's
then
right.
Eventually the colony
will die off.
Will die off. Tell me what a typical day is like for you.
It's busy. Getting up and feeding my own gang at home, and then it's just a matter of getting the food, which thankfully is donated. We do have a lot of food donations come in, which we can use. We do go through a lot of food, helping to supply some of the larger colonies. I personally feed about 50 cats a day. And so I prepare the wet and dry food and get the water jugs filled, and then I proceed on my little tour around town, and they're used to me coming in at certain times, and they're sitting waiting, and get the kitties fed and watered, and then off home to wash all the dishes and do it all again tomorrow. And there are about 35 kitties in this colony alone, so this is the largest that I feed.
And you come out here every day too?
Every day, rain or snow or sleet or hail. Hi guys, I know you're hungry. Are y'all hungry? Social kitties that come into our sort of colonies, we will put them up for adoption once we have them vetted and checked over and spay neutered if they haven't been. And first, as I say, they go into foster home for a little while, and then they go to, we have exclusive rights with a wonderful store, Urban Paws on Midland Avenue, and they have built us a beautiful big showcase, and that's where our kitties go to be adopted. And we also have on our website and our Facebook page pictures and some bio about each of the kitties that are up for adoption.
And I understand you have a special fundraiser going on right now, Feed a Feral.
Yes, it's just a brand new thing that one of our girls came up with, and it's called Feed a Feral. And for a $100 donation, what we will be doing is taking actual pictures of our kitties, and if you would like to donate towards that kitty for the food for the winter months, and I believe they'll be receiving a nice Christmas card from that kitty, and updates constantly. So I think it's a great idea.
Great, great. I hope it works for you
I'm
because
sure it will.
yeah, cat food is expensive.
It is, it is.
Truly is. That is wonderful. Well, thank you for the work you do. This has been it's been such a pleasure coming out here today.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you could come.
If you'd like to know more, visit Spay Neuter Kingston Initiative.org. I'm Donna Chambers for K-Town Source.